black. Oh, there's a drawer here. There's nothing in it. Damn it. Hey, Cloud Soda. Hmm. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing in this age. Like I said, there's no objective. In the other ages, you're here to get a page and then go back to Myst. This just seems kind of like it's a little bit of an Easter egg. The rock's at the left of the other book. I need to go down, 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 down. I mean, eventually, play all of them. No, not that one. Grima Wormtongue is in one of them. He's in the third one, right? The guy who did that. What rocks he left in the other book? What are you talking about, Davey? Is that just it? You just find that secret thing and... I mean, surely we have to find the color though, right? Like, why else would it do that? Open the door. Go back to Myst. Read that book on the floor. Oh, okay. He says the cold temperature is necessary, so that's why he keeps it cold. Huh. So he doesn't mention anything besides that. Oh. Oh. Is it, shit, where is that? The, the ship age, those ones in Akinar's room? The ones that I kept touching and, wasn't able to do anything with before? These. So I should probably turn that off. Guess yellow, cyan, magenta? Or are these just toys, maybe? I don't know if those have anything to do with it. But we'll go back and see. And I guess if not, just look it up. Well, both of them are in here. Jeez. The Rand brothers. In fact, I'm pretty sure the same guy who played Akinar is also the guy who plays Atris. He just has glasses on, like Clark Kent. But yeah, the two brothers definitely are the Rand brothers who created the game. Um, or not Rand. The Miller brothers, Robin and Rand. Don't know that this is going to have an impact, but we'll give this a shot. Unless there's a hidden wall, maybe. Okay. So I don't know, like, would that be magenta? Like, I don't think I even have access to a magenta. That is green. That is not yellow. It's apparently not a color. Close enough, maybe? I have no idea. I have no idea what we're doing here. to solve this puzzle. Let me look this one up. I would be very disappointed if all this was just a bunch of lore. Well, I mean, at the very least, the next hint as to what I'm supposed to even be looking for. Page. Endings, 4 different endings. Okay, first of all, you must finish the game the correct way. Once you've done that, find the journal lining on the floor. Okay. Right, that one. Okay, we did that. Go to the door. Take the elevator down. Another room on the table. Oh, whoa, whoa. So I have to go down still. Once you finish watching that, go back to the elevator, push the red button. Now go into the room, read the journal. Okay, take the elevator. When we're turned around, I have to be. Okay. So then there we go. One more thing. How would you ever come up with that one? That one seems very obscure. Game, what are you doing? Guess it's trying to block me from going that way. Ah, look at you. It is real. The work of your hands, the touch of my dreams. I've left my dream for you. I'm only yours, Catherine. So the actual combination is red, green, cyan, yellow, and magenta. Again with the magenta. How can I make this color? I don't recall seeing a purple. Maybe it's dark blue on the crystal thing? Well, that doesn't actually tell me though. This is it like 1, 2, 3 based upon the points of the crystal? How do I know? So we finally found Catherine's room, I guess because she came here. And what is this, a clock? Oh. Oh. Well, okay. Oh. So I've got to, man. I got to do even more than that. So I got to do like a red crystal that way, a big crystal that way, a 3-point crystal that way, the diamond-shaped crystal there. And that's kind of a pain in the butt. Okay. Question is, though, they're all yellow. That's the one we want. Can I get these to go away? Apparently not. But I can at least get them into the correct shape. Takes me nowhere. So do I only do one crystal at a time? So let's head back. Up. Still, oh man. Oh no, do I really have to do this 5 times? Now, okay, well that's not correct. Let me pull it all the way down to like here. See what color this does. Yeah, that's definitely not purple. But now that we've changed the color, I want to see if that has an impact on these crystals. No, they're still yellow. So, how do we change the color of those? Those are the crystals, right? Maybe I've got the wrong crystal here? If I got the second one wrong? It's flat top, not sharp. Almost where it should be. What have I got wrong here? Is that the right one? That's 3, right? Okay, so this one... I just feel like this is the one that's wrong, but... You can change the colors when the shapes are right. That is that one. It has to be. Because that's not correct. It's gotta have that sort of flange on it. So I can change the colors at the oh, let me just go back to reading this. Hit the lever to change the color you want and switch to activate the Aurora Maker. Crystals, shapes, and colors. Go to the viewer. Click a crystal to change the shape. And wave the mouse over it? What? to change the color? And wave them to change his color. What the hell? Okay, maybe I need to come out of... Maybe I need to come out of this mode here so that my mouse actually does... You're kidding me. How the hell am I supposed to know that? You're supposed to hold it down. This is like that other puzzle where you crank the lever. Oh my god. How the hell would I know that? You just hold down the mouse button on it. That's it. That's it. You get to see the age. You get to have a peek at Riven. That's literally... that's it? We don't... I mean, obviously we don't get to go to Riven until the next one. But, I mean, that's it? So... Okay, but now what? Now what? That's it. That's all this walkthrough says anyway. Just look at the picture and you're done. No, get out of here. That was it. Okay, well, we're gonna not anymore. Oh yeah, I mean, Riven has been out forever, but at the time of the game, the original game, obviously, it had not even been a consideration. They didn't know they were gonna have the story and all that. But yeah, I mean, all of the Myst games are out, and I don't even remember when the last one came out, but it was some time ago. But I'm pretty sure. I feel like maybe even the third one was already out when they did this version. When they did the realMyst version. Well, and then this is like the ultimate edition of this game because they did like an anniversary edition, and then they did the realMyst version, which is like this, where they added the time change and the extra age, and then this is the realMyst Masterpiece edition, where you can walk through and do all this stuff. Or maybe I'm thinking of anniversary edition and then anniversary was realMyst. I don't know. I don't remember it. There's like 4 different versions of this game, though. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that's the end. I'm not. I mean, I guess I appreciate that they tried to add a little bit more to this game with the extra age connecting to the sequel, just trying to bridge the story. Because originally you don't get very much info on that. I mean, it's kind of hinted at. I don't remember the original dialogue. That dialogue, excuse me, from Atris when he's talking about what he's doing, it was redone for the newer versions. So I don't know if it was implied that there was going to be a second game, if they knew that or not. But yeah, man, that was kind of disappointing. I feel like they could have redone some of the puzzles to make that more meaningful. the number of pages they would need and all that stuff is, I mean, they would have to rewrite the game. But I feel like, I don't know, maybe they could have put a solution to the final puzzle in the Rhyme Age or something. Otherwise, it's just there. I mean, it's just an extra little thing, I guess, and you just take it as it is. But it's I guess that's all it is. It's not meant to add necessarily anything to the game. It is meant to add something to the story, because those viewing crystals are part of the second game, and it is kind of confusing because I don't feel like they are adequately explained. Again, I don't remember the game at all, so that might not be true. But yeah, it's kind of a mystery. I just remember it being a little bit of a mystery to me when I played that game. Like, why do the books look different? So this kind of bridges the gap and gives you an explanation there. So it's kind of nice in that regard, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. That is not the worst part of this. I think the worst part is the time change. It does add to the atmosphere a little bit, I mean, for sure, because it makes it feel like you're actually in a living world, especially with the free roam. It's helpful, I guess, and would have been, if you were a fan of the original game, would have been more immersive. Um, but it gets dark. It gets really dark at nighttime, and that's a little bit annoying. And the nights are definitely too long. Um, yeah, especially when the game first came out. The graphics are dated, but when the game first came out, it was very atmospheric. That's kind of what it was famous for. Like it was a world you went and explored, and hence why it's left open-ended, even in the original game, that you can just come and explore the place and walk around and just you know live in it, I guess, in a way. Um, So, adding the real time, adding the 3D movement and all that stuff adds even more immersion to the game. But from a gameplay perspective, I would rather have a little bit of daylight, or at least have eternally a full moon, so you can actually see the flashlight thing. Uh, it's a little too bright. I mean, it washes out everything. So that's my only complaint about this version of the game. I mean, as a puzzle game, it's pretty simple, but it's also a dated game. I mean, when did the original Myst actually come out? Let me look at that real quick. Come on. Oh, I type in Myst, and the first thing that comes up is toothbrush. 1993. So yeah, it's a bit old. It's almost, dear God, it's almost 30 years old. Um, yeah. So I mean, you can't. I guess, I have a little bit of bias because this is a game from my youth, and I know what I was getting. Does this add up for today? Does it age well? No pun intended. Probably not. I mean, if this is the first introduction you'd ever have to the series, you know, it probably not a good one if you've never played these before. Like I said, compared to modern games. Although I don't know, the Room is modern games, and it's pretty much the same feel, I suppose. It's nothing super outlandish, but I don't know. I still enjoy the game. Um, the puzzles are not super difficult. The parts where I got stuck were kind of obscure yet obvious things that if you just poke around a little bit, you get to it. And this move around thing is kind of a double-edged sword. When you are locked into the click and move thing, you are going to spaces that you are deliberately meant to go to. So anything you can see, like a note on the ground, would be here, you know, in a click scene, whereas if you're just walking around and looking, you might just completely walk past this because that rock and that kind of blend together. And if you're not paying attention, but it's also not a super important detail. I mean, you can kind of figure this one out. Um, I don't know. I feel like just a little bit of a graphical update and kind of a semi-dynamic sky would have been enough. You can, of course, play without the 3D thing, so this is completely optional. Again, I can't complain about that too much. Um, but yeah, I definitely I have some nostalgia feels for it, but looking at it now, having played games for several decades, whereas this was the first PC game I ever owned. I did have like the other games, like the disc of like 100 really crappy Windows games or something like that before that. But as an actual game, this was the first one that I owned, and I didn't even pay for it. A friend of mine gave it to me because he didn't like it. He didn't like puzzle games. Come to think of it, I got a lot of my early games from friends. But yeah, so I mean, looking at it retrospectively, it's a very simple game. Uh, that's okay though. The fact that I remembered quite a few of the puzzles, I guess, means that it had kind of an impression on me. But I definitely feel like I took the game a lot more seriously. Like, I remember my notes from Riven when I played that game. I took the puzzle part of it very seriously. It's not really necessary. It is necessary to write down some of the combinations, otherwise you're going to be running back and forth on some of those things, like, what keys on the keyboard do you hit and all that, the dates. You have to take notes, but it's not super difficult. Where am I supposed to be using this? It's pretty obvious, and it unlocks in a nice way where you progress nice. I guess I should say progress nicely, where you see what you see a place and then you kind of discover how to open it. Aside from coming in here immediately and then not realizing I need to actually light the damn match before I can light the pilot light. But that was all right. Just a little bit of a brain fart there. Otherwise, I would have gotten that much earlier. I do remember this one though. In the first or the original game when I first played this, I remember this puzzle giving me some heck because I did not I heard the sound, but I didn't know that was going up and down, so I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what the heck I was doing, what I was unlocking. Oh wow, you can actually I don't know why they would let you go back here, but you can go back here now. But yeah, anyway, so the games get progressively more interesting. So I will be playing them. Uh, yeah, I guess we're done here. So, I don't know. Start a little bit late on the stream. I guess I could go a little bit longer. Could play City of Brass. You guys are down for that. Boy, the stream is really far behind now, isn't it?